Hi, I'm Meloncelli, and today I'm going to share with you how to hack the flow state while playing soccer, or as I like to call it, football. So this is in relation to somebody asking me to do a video all about soccer when they watched the video about how to hack the flow state while running. So I'm going to give you the same foundation. In the running one, it was all about the breathing. Now, you have 3 types of breath to keep you into the flow state. Okay, so you have breathing where you're only breathing in through your nose. Then you have nose-mouth, then you have mouth-mouth, okay? Your job is to maintain breathing only through the nose throughout the whole workout we're going to do, your whole football game. Now I know it's very challenging, but that's part of the whole point. So, flow, when you're breathing, is then a coherence between your autonomic nervous system, which is your sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system. When you're breathing in, sympathetic. When you're breathing out, parasympathetic. When you have control over your breath, you have the ability to tune yourself into flow while you're performing the task. Now, what I'm going to do with you today is I'm going to show you 2 drills that my coach Croft, a friend of mine, had shown us how to do it. I've not played football since I was a kid, so I excuse the lack of skill. So what we're going to do is we're going to do 2 drills. First drill is very basic, it's just passing and moving. Then we're going to add a drill in where we're using rotation and spinning. The reason we're doing that is because it's a fantastic way of triggering flow. You have the proprioception, vestibular and kinesthesia. All these are working on your body's awareness of where it is in space, its position in space, and its spatial orientation and balance. So those are fantastic triggers to keep you in the flow state. Now, incorporating that and adding in the breathing, then you're really going to have a fantastic flow triggering soccer workout. So, you have the 3 breaths. First breath is only breathing in through the nose, and that's what we're really wanting to train here. There's also a whole lot of information about how beneficial that is for increasing the oxygenation in your blood, and I'll put a link on below this video so you can have a look at the page which discusses how to breathe in flow. But what we're going to do to make sure we force that state upon you is to take yourself out. So, in all the flow drills that you're going to be doing in soccer, you're going to This is zinc oxide tape, non-toxic. It's designed to make sure that you're forced to breathe in and out only through your nose. So when you perform these drills, it's a wee bit sweaty because it's hot here. So this is how you're going to do your flow drills, okay? So just to recap, to get yourself into the flow state when you're playing football, the real strength that you have, the real control mechanism is using your breath, using nasal breathing. Nasal breathing promotes the release of nitric oxide into your system. Nitric oxide is a vasodilator, opens up the blood vessels, increases the flow of oxygen, oxygenates your blood, which is perfect when you're playing soccer, or football, as I like to call it. And also, when you're breathing in and out, sympathetic nervous system, parasympathetic nervous system. You have a coherence there. You have the ability to control yourself to maintain flow. So you have the drills that are triggering you into flow, and you have your control mechanism to keep you in flow. Now, as you get faster and faster with the drills, you'll notice that it'll be harder and harder to keep the tape on. I'd like you to keep the tape on as much as you can, okay? Then, when you start really, getting closer and closer to the game day, or you're actually playing the game, you'll notice that you can't wear tape, or it'll look kind of weird if you've got your mouth taped up when you're playing. But you'll instinctively draw your attention to breathing in and out through your nose more. When you start breathing nose-mouth, that's an indication that you've just you're pushing yourself right to the limits. When it's mouth-mouth, you've pushed yourself a little bit too far, and you have less control over your ability to maintain a presence, awareness and flow. So flow is your state of optimal performance. When you're in flow, you are playing your sport, in this case soccer, at the optimal ability. Time slows down, time speeds up, you have that distortion of it all. You're not a player, you are the team. Everybody around you merges into one. So this is really the optimal state for you to be in when you're playing soccer, or as I like to call it, football. So enough of that, and I'll just get you on to playing the games just now. How to hack yourself into the flow state while playing soccer. The influence was on the breathing and also the drills to trigger yourself into flow during this game. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below or send me an email directly and I'll get straight back to you. Ciao.